Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host, Jay Murph, and I want to talk today about getting in on pre-sales and just some of these good projects that are coming out this cycle. What kind of timing we might have left, and is there profits to be made on these, and how to do it. And also I want to bring up a specific project that I'm looking at and looking forward to them launching. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Join me, Rainmakers. So whether you're new to crypto or you've been here a long time, you know that some of the best gains are made on new projects with promise. And so you're, like everyone, trying to figure out which projects have the best promise. And so it's hard because there's so many projects coming out. I'll share with you some of my secrets that I use to help me filter through what to look at. And the challenge is none of us have more than 24 hours a day, and many people have a day job. They don't do crypto full time. They're doing stuff to pay the bills while they invest a little extra in crypto, and that's basically how everyone starts. So how do you figure out what's good? Now, the way most people accomplish this is they have different screening and filtering mechanisms, right? Because there are thousands of white papers and other things being thrown out, and some of them are complete and utter scams. Some have some legitimacy behind them. So I'll share with you part of what I do. And so one of my big filters is that I look at the projects being incubated by some of my favorite launchpads. And two of my favorite launchpads are Duck Dao and Paid's Ignition launchpad. And so anything that hits these catches my attention, and I look deeper on. Every single one that hits these, I look deeper on and see if I like it. And so I know it's a good overall, that's part of my screening method. I also have a few people that I've known for a long time that have a really good nose for projects, and they bring some to my attention as well. But literally, that's one of my biggest ways that I filter down to the ones to look closely at. So you'll see on here the next incubation project, True P&L, which is one I wanted to talk about today. Now, you can find them on CoinGecko, though because they haven't launched yet, none of their data is here. They will be launching on Duckstarter, and so Duckstarter you will be able to whitelist really soon. Now, they're hugely oversubscribed on I forget what other launchpad they're also launching on, because there's a lot of interest in it. Now, in the last bull run, I remember a lot of stuff related to bot trading doing really, really well. Now, personally, I don't use bots. I just trade myself. I would be open to using some bots if I saw something that was manageable. However, the complexity of them last cycle was way too complex. And I know True P&L is working on some bots that are much easier and simpler to use, and it will connect to your APIs with, say, your Binance account. And that's interesting. We'll see how that does. The project itself, because it's in that space, I imagine that it will do well in that space. But there's a second part that I'm also interested in, and that is the copy trading part. Now, what I've learned from being in crypto since 2017 is that people who day trade, most are actually unsuccessful. About 25% or less are consistently, not always, but just consistently successful at trading. And so a better strategy, in my opinion, than bots often is copy trading somebody who's successful. Now, the disadvantage is that why would somebody who's really successful tell you what he's going in and out of? And so what I like about True P&L, they offer some incentives that if they allow people to copy trade what they're doing, they make some of the rewards or the gains that they make other people. And so you'll be able to pick which traders, you'll be able to see their history, what their success rate is, and overall how much and everything. And so you'll be able to then allow your system to copy trade the trades that they're making. And that is highly interesting to me, and that's the part of True P&L I really, really love. Now, you can find out more about True P&L by coming to their Twitter. You can see it right here. I'm following them myself. 3,000 subscribers so far, and they haven't even launched yet. So if you're looking to get in, Duckstarter is a good place to do it, and so that you can whitelist here and try to get in. Now, they are going to be subscribed on Duckstarter too. But if you are able to get in, one of the great things about Duckstarter is you get 100% of your tokens unlocked right away, which is fantastic. And what a lot of people do is they harvest their gains right away. So now, going back to how this cycle usually works, say you're interested in true P&L and you're able to get in Duckstarter, that's fantastic, because what often happens is the price jumps tremendously right away. Now, sometimes it's 3x, sometimes it's 30x, and a few times it's like 100 plus x, that it jumps really quick in the short term. It just depends on how much demand and interest there are. So if you can't get it on, say, Duckstarter at that initial DEX offering price, what you often do is you come and you watch it, and you notice this was split. This was one that came out on Ignition's launch pad, and you can see how it jumped up tremendously. And I don't know what the initial price was on this if you were able to get it from Ignition's launch pad, but it jumped way up to $4. Just notice a month later it's down at $1, and so this is a good buy zone. You don't want to be buying even true P&L if you're interested in them. Don't be buying them after the initial, when it goes crazy. You just, bad timing, right? So what you often see is it going crazy and then some scaling back. I mean, let me show you one that was on Duckstarter, and unfortunately I did not get some of this. I wanted to, and I just didn't get it. I wasn't, it's not that I wasn't whitelisted for it. I wasn't whitelisted for, I think, they first did some, and I like that they do this, when they do lottery, and just, I wasn't lucky enough to get in the early rounds of the lottery, and the very last round of the lottery is first come, first serve. My guess is on the first come, first serve part, there's some people with bots that are able to get their stuff in immediately, because I have not had a lot of luck on the first come, first serve on the Duckstarter part. So I did not get any DAOs. And so I have been buying it as it's come down. See, if you, I think the initial price on this was 12 cents. It jumped up almost to 360, which is right around a 30x, and has since retraced down around the dollar frame, and it's been holding this line pretty well. And this is where I've been accumulating a lot more. I did buy some at the $2 mark, but was hoping, I didn't put in a big order there, but I bought some there, and I've been putting in big orders around here and stocking up on it. So that's how I often look at what's coming down the pipe. If I'm not able to get in on the launch pad so that I get the drop for the initial DEX offering, this is my acquisition strategy of how I pick up these good ones. So my filtering mechanism is that I look at what's coming through some of the best launch pads, because they do a lot of screening, a lot of due diligence, and working with the team so that they're not hurting their own reputation by launching a scam project. And then I look through there and see which ones I like and which ones I really like. And then the ones I really like, if I'm not able to get in them right away, I wait till they come back down to a place that they're really interesting. I mean, look at the market cap right now, 10 million on this. And so that's what you're looking for, right? So I don't know what true P&L's market cap is going to be right away, but this will be what I'm watching for good pickups. Now, hopefully, I will be applying for the Duckstarter whitelist and trying to get some there through Duck Dao. I was able to get some on the pre-sale as well. And so I've got small allocation on it. I'll be looking to add to that if I can get, I go through on the Duckstarter thing, I go through the same process everyone else does by holding, duck tokens and staking them and then going through the whitelisting procedure. So, just sharing with you how to get in on some of these early projects and a filtering mechanism, because you've already seen it, a ton of scams. You've seen a bunch launch on the Binance Smart Chain. Project SafeMoon did really, really good, and so everything promises to be the next SafeMoon, and there you just buy it straight through like PancakeSwap, and you're finding out that the amount of scams out there are huge, and that will increase from now. So I want to share with you one of my filtering mechanisms for great projects. If you remember back in 2017, if you were here, there were some things from their launch price to later. Some things did like 1,000x, and I imagine we'll have many 1,000x projects from their initial DEX offering price to the price at the peak of this market. And, so I'm trying to put some amounts of money in some of these new projects that have a great chance to skyrocket like that. And that's the strategy I use. So I'm going to share with you our song for all you rainmakers out there that Manuela from Argentina record for us. So thanks so much for joining me. If you like this kind of content, love it if you subscribed. Also, I do have a Telegram channel, and I do jump in there frequently. I have some very smart people in the Telegram group as well that give you their thoughts, and it's become a great place for good dialogue with smart and savvy investors. At least that's my opinion of it. So we will see you guys next time.
Success is falling, flowing like rain. The timing's right, we're getting paid. Come on, rainmakers, let's make this happen.